All right, so thinking about becoming a camping ground manager, huh? That's awesome.
It really is.
It's not just about, loving the outdoors,
Yeah.
right? It's about leading a team, managing a business, creating that really memorable experience for all the campers.
And it's challenging.
Yeah, and guess what? We have a whole stack of resources here from RoleCatcher to help you crush that interview.
I think one of the fascinating things here is that RoleCatcher provides incredible insights into what hiring managers are really looking for.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about career guides, sample interview questions, even advice on how to leverage AI for interview prep.
Oh, very cool.
So think of this deep dive as your secret weapon.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dive right into those interview questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
RoleCatcher gives us 10 common questions to kind of break down, and we're going to figure out what the interviewer is trying to assess and give you a solid approach for crafting your answer.
Sound good.
Ready to jump in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's start with the first question. Can you tell us about your experience in managing a camping ground?
Okay, so that seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's got to be more than just listing your past jobs, right?
Yeah, it is. It's more nuanced than that.
Okay, so what are they really getting at with this question?
I think what they're looking for is evidence that you can handle the multifaceted nature of this role.
Okay.
According to RoleCatcher, a camping ground manager wears many hats.
Yeah.
From staff supervision and customer service to budget management and facility maintenance.
Right.
They want to see if you've walked the walk.
Okay, so how do you approach this question without sounding like you're just reciting your resume?
I think you focus on specific examples that highlight your relevant skills.
Okay.
So did you implement a new reservation system, the streamlined bookings?
Okay.
Did you successfully resolve a conflict between campers?
Yeah.
Did you manage a team of seasonal employees?
All right.
The more concrete your examples are, the more believable and impactful your answer will be.
That makes total sense. And I bet the career guide section on RoleCatcher would be super helpful here, right?
Absolutely. It breaks down the core skills needed for the role, like leadership, communication, problem solving, and financial management.
Yeah.
So use it to identify your strengths and think about how they align with the demands of the job.
Got it. Now, what are some things to avoid when answering this question?
I would say don't be vague or give generic answers like I'm a people person or I'm organized.
Right.
Hiring managers want to see tangible evidence of your abilities.
Of course.
And definitely avoid bad-mouthing previous employers or dwelling on negative experiences.
Yeah.
Just focus on the positive and showcase your accomplishments.
Great advice. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. How do you ensure the safety of campers and staff at the camping ground?
Ooh, good one.
This one seems pretty crucial given the nature of the job.
It is, and RoleCatcher emphasizes that safety is a top priority for camping grounds.
Yeah.
And they want to see that you're proactive, not reactive when it comes to safety.
Right.
So, do you have a deep understanding of potential hazards? Can you implement safety protocols effectively?
I see.
So think fire safety, first aid, emergency procedures, and even wildlife awareness.
Wow, that's a lot to cover.
Yeah.
How do you make sure you hit all the key points without overwhelming the interviewer?
I think you structure your answer by outlining your approach to safety management.
Okay.
So you could talk about staff training, regular equipment inspections, clear communication of safety guidelines to campers, and your familiarity with specific protocols.
Okay.
Like leave no trace principles.
Hold on, can we pause for a sec?
Yeah.
What exactly are leave no trace principles? I'm not super familiar with those.
Of course, leave no trace is a set of guidelines for minimizing your impact on the environment while enjoying the outdoors.
Okay.
It's all about packing out what you pack in, disposing of waste, properly respecting wildlife, and being considerate of other visitors.
Right.
It's a big deal in the camping world.
Yeah, that's actually really helpful. I can definitely see how mentioning that would impress a hiring manager. So back to the question, what should you avoid saying when discussing safety?
I would avoid just rattling off a generic list of safety tips.
Okay.
The interviewer wants to see that you can apply your knowledge to real-world scenarios.
Right.
Consider the specific challenges of the environment and tailor your answer accordingly.
I see.
Also, avoid downplaying the importance of safety or making light of potential hazards.
Yeah.
Take it seriously.
Makes sense. Now, question number 3 delves into a tricky area. Can you tell us about a time when you had to manage a difficult customer situation at a camping ground? Oh, boy. I can imagine this could get interesting.
It can. Remember, campers come from all walks of life.
Right.
And sometimes you'll encounter challenging personalities.
Oh, for sure.
RoleCatcher's insight here is that the interviewer wants to see how you handle conflict, maintain composure, and find solutions under pressure.
Right.
It's a test of your emotional intelligence and customer service skills.
So how do you answer this question without sounding like you're complaining about difficult campers?
Think of it as an opportunity to tell a story that showcases your problem-solving skills.
Okay.
Choose a specific situation that demonstrates your ability to remain calm, empathetic, and solution-oriented.
Yeah.
Clearly describe the problem, outline the steps you took to address it, and emphasize the positive outcome.
Okay, that's a great framework.
Yeah.
But what about those situations where the camper is just being completely unreasonable? What do you do then?
Even in those situations, it's crucial to maintain professionalism and try to de-escalate the situation.
Okay.
RoleCatcher suggests acknowledging the camper's concerns, empathizing with their frustration, and clearly communicating campsite rules and expectations.
Right.
If the situation becomes truly unmanageable, you can always involve other staff members.
Yeah.
Or, as a last resort, ask the camper to leave.
Okay, that's really helpful. So what are some things to avoid when answering this question?
Definitely avoid bad-mouthing previous customers or blaming them for the situation.
Right.
Instead, focus on your actions and how you turned a negative experience into a positive one.
Okay.
Also, avoid getting defensive or overly emotional in your response.
Yeah.
Keep it professional and solution-focused.
Got it. Okay, let's tackle question number 4. How do you manage and motivate staff at a camping ground? We know from the career guide that staff management can be tricky, especially with seasonal employment and high turnover.
Absolutely. RoleCatcher highlights the challenges of managing a transient workforce and emphasizes the importance of creating a positive and productive work environment.
Okay.
The interviewer wants to assess your leadership style and your ability to build rapport with staff, even those who are only there for a short time.
So how do you convey that you're the leader they're looking for?
I think you be authentic and share your management philosophy.
Okay.
Do you believe in delegating tasks and empowering your team?
Okay.
Do you prioritize open communication and feedback?
Yeah.
Do you have strategies for recognizing and rewarding good performance?
Yes.
Highlight your ability to create a sense of community and make everyone feel valued, even in a temporary role.
Okay, I'm liking this. Any specific examples from your own experience that you could share?
Sure. One thing that always worked well for me was organizing regular team-building activities.
Here.
Even simple things like potlucks or after-work bonfires.
Oh, fun.
It helped foster a sense of camaraderie and made everyone feel like they were part of something bigger than just a summer job.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Now, what are some pitfalls to avoid when answering this question?
Avoid coming across as overly authoritarian or micromanaging.
All right.
Remember, you're leading a team, not dictating orders.
Right.
Emphasize collaboration and empowerment.
Yeah.
And definitely don't dwell on negative experiences with past employees.
Got it.
Focus on your positive leadership qualities and your ability to create a harmonious work environment.
Solid advice. Okay, question number 5 is all about the rules. How do you ensure compliance with regulations and permits at a camping ground?
Ooh, yeah.
I have a feeling this one might trip some people up.
It can be tricky. RoleCatcher emphasizes that camping grounds are subject to a wide range of regulations, from environmental protection and safety standards to licensing and permitting requirements.
Right.
The interviewer wants to see that you understand the rules and that you're meticulous about enforcing them.
So how do you convince them that you're on top of all those regulations?
First, do your research.
Okay.
Familiarize yourself with the specific regulations and permits relevant to the location of the camping ground.
I see.
Mention those regulations in your answer, demonstrating your preparedness.
Okay.
Talk about how you'd stay updated on any changes and implement systems for tracking permits and licenses.
Right.
You could even mention specific software or tools you've used to manage compliance.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
But what if you don't know all the regulations off the top of your head? Is it okay to admit that you'd need to do some research?
Absolutely. It's perfectly fine to acknowledge that you'll need to refresh your knowledge on certain regulations.
Okay.
What matters is that you demonstrate a commitment to compliance and a willingness to learn. You could say something like, I'm familiar with the core regulations governing camping grounds, and I'm committed to staying up to date on any changes. I'm also proactive about implementing systems to ensure we're always in compliance.
That's a great way to phrase it.
Yeah.
Now, what are some major no-nos when answering this question?
Don't be vague or act like compliance is someone else's responsibility.
Okay.
Owning the responsibility for compliance is crucial.
Right.
You don't need to be a legal expert, but you do need to show that you take it seriously.
Yeah.
Also, avoid making any promises. You can't keep, guaranteeing that the camping ground will never have a single violation.
Right. Honesty and a commitment to learning are key here. All right, let's move on to question number 6. How do you manage budgets and finances at a camping ground? I have a feeling this one will separate the casual campers from the serious managers.
You're absolutely right. RoleCatcher points out that financial management is a critical aspect of this role.
Yeah.
They're not just looking for someone who can balance a checkbook. They want someone who can make sound financial decisions that contribute to the profitability of the campsite.
Okay. So how do you impress them with your financial savvy?
I would say highlight your experience with budgeting, forecasting, and cost control.
Okay.
Mention any software or systems you've used to track finances. Be prepared to discuss strategies for maximizing revenue and minimizing expenses without compromising the camper experience.
Okay.
For example, you could talk about negotiating favorable rates with vendors, implementing energy-saving measures, or developing creative pricing strategies to attract different types of campers.
Those are great examples.
Yeah.
What should you steer clear of when answering this question?
Don't downplay the importance of financial management.
Okay.
This isn't just about crunching numbers. It's about making strategic decisions that impact the entire operation.
Right.
Avoid making vague statements like, I'm good with numbers, or I'm careful with money.
Yeah.
Be specific and demonstrate your understanding of financial principles.
This is all incredibly helpful. But before we jump into the next question, I want to touch on something you mentioned earlier, RoleCatcher's AI features. How can those help with preparing for these interview questions?
That's a great question. RoleCatcher's AI is like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
Oh, wow.
It can analyze job descriptions and tailor your application materials to highlight the most relevant skills.
Okay.
It can also provide feedback on your practice interview answers,
Oh, cool.
suggesting improvements to your phrasing, delivery, and content.
Wow, that's amazing. So it's not just about knowing the information, it's about presenting it in a way that resonates with the hiring manager.
Exactly. The AI can help you refine your answers and make sure you're hitting all the right notes.
This is incredible. I can't wait to explore those AI features in more detail. But for now, let's take a quick break and come back for part 2, where we'll dive into the remaining interview questions and uncover even more insights from RoleCatcher.
Sounds like a plan. Welcome back. Ready to dive into more of these interview questions?
I'm excited to keep going. That AI feature from RoleCatcher sounds like a game changer.
It is.
So I'm ready to kind of get back to it with all this new knowledge.
Great. So picking up where we left off, question number 7 asks, can you tell us about a time when you had to implement a new program or initiative at a camping ground?
Okay.
Now, this one is all about demonstrating your ability to go beyond just managing the day-to-day.
So it's not enough to just keep the lights on and the campers happy. They want to see you can, improve things.
Exactly. RoleCatcher emphasizes that camping ground managers are increasingly expected to be proactive and innovative.
I see.
So think about a time when you identified a need, developed a solution, and implemented it successfully.
Okay.
Did you introduce a new activity that boosted camper satisfaction? Did you streamline a process to improve efficiency?
Oh, so it's not necessarily like grand sweeping changes. It's about showcasing your problem-solving skills and an ability to, make a positive impact.
Precisely. And think back to our conversation about using RoleCatcher's AI features.
Right.
The AI can actually analyze your response to this question and suggest ways to make it even more impactful.
So it can help us tailor our answers to what they're looking for.
Exactly. Now, what should you avoid saying when answering this question?
I'm guessing talking about programs that flopped or ideas that never got off the ground.
You got it. Focus on your successes and be specific.
Okay.
Clearly describe the problem you identified, the steps you took to develop the solution, and the positive outcomes you achieved.
Okay.
Quantify your achievements whenever possible to make your answer even more compelling.
Okay, I'm taking notes. What's next?
Question number 8 takes us into crisis mode.
Ooh.
How do you handle emergencies or unexpected situations at a camping ground?
Oh, yeah. Camping's all fun and games until a sudden storm rolls in or someone gets injured. This is like high pressure.
Yeah.
I bet they want to see you can handle the heat.
Absolutely. RoleCatcher's insights suggest that they're looking for someone who can stay calm, assess the situation, and make quick decisions under pressure. It's about demonstrating your leadership, problem-solving skills, and knowledge of emergency protocols.
So how do you project that I got this kind of vibe, even if you're internally freaking out?
Preparation is key.
Okay.
Familiarize yourself with the campsite's emergency protocols and be ready to discuss how you'd handle specific scenarios.
Okay.
For example, What would you do if a severe thunderstorm hit the campground? How would you handle a medical emergency? How would you evacuate campers if a wildfire threatened the area?
Whoa, that's intense.
Huh.
I'm starting to see how crucial it is to think ahead and be prepared for anything.
Exactly. And don't forget, you can use RoleCatcher's AI features to practice your responses to these questions and get feedback on your delivery.
All right.
The AI can help you identify any nervous habits or areas where you can project more confidence.
That's a game changer. It's like having a personal coach guiding you every step of the way.
It is. Now, what are some things to avoid when discussing emergency situations?
I imagine downplaying the importance of emergency preparedness or appearing clueless about basic safety procedures is not good.
Absolutely. You want to project confidence and competence.
Right.
Highlight your ability to think clearly under pressure, communicate effectively, and make sound decisions in the face of uncertainty.
Okay, I'm ready to tackle the next question. What's up next?
Question number 9 might seem a bit more mundane after those high-stakes emergencies,
Yeah.
but it's just as important. How do you ensure the camping ground is clean and well-maintained?
Right. A dirty bathroom or like a broken shower can really ruin a camping trip.
Oh,
I mean, it's all about creating a positive first impression and ensuring that the facilities are like functional and safe.
you got it. RoleCatcher's insights on this question emphasize the importance of operational efficiency and attention to detail.
Okay.
They want to know that you have systems in place to manage cleaning schedules, delegate tasks to staff, conduct regular inspections, and address maintenance issues promptly.
Okay, so how do you convince them that you're not just like a manager, but you're a master of campsite cleanliness and order?
Outline your systems and strategies. Talk about how you'd prioritize cleanliness and maintenance delegate tasks effectively and ensure that everything is running smoothly.
Okay.
You could even mention specific tools or software you've used to track work orders, manage inventory, or schedule routine maintenance.
Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Uh-huh.
It's all about showcasing your organizational skills and your ability to think strategically.
Exactly. And remember, you can use RoleCatcher's AI features to get personalized feedback on your answers.
Right.
The AI can suggest ways to make your responses more specific, impactful, and tailored to the specific requirements of the job.
That's so helpful.
Yeah.
Now, what are some things to avoid when answering this question?
Don't make it sound like cleaning and maintenance are beneath you.
Right.
This is a hands-on role, and you need to show that you're willing to get your hands dirty both literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Also, avoid being vague or making unrealistic promises.
Okay.
Be specific about your approach to maintaining a clean and well-maintained campsite.
All right, I'm ready for the final question. What's the grand finale?
Question number 10 takes us into the digital age. Can you tell us about your experience using technology to manage a camping ground? This one is all about showcasing your tech savviness and your ability to leverage technology to improve efficiency and enhance the camper experience.
Okay, so it's not just about building campfires and leading nature walks anymore. We need to be tech savvy too.
Absolutely. RoleCatcher highlights the increasing importance of technology in the camping industry.
Yeah.
Think about online booking platforms, social media marketing, campsite management, software data analytics, and even things like Wi-Fi access for campers.
Wow, that's a lot to keep up with. How do you impress them with your digital prowess?
Be specific about the systems you've used and the benefits they provided.
Okay.
Did you implement a new reservation system that streamlined bookings?
Okay.
Did you use social media to increase brand awareness or engage with campers? Did you use data analytics to track trends and improve decision-making?
I'd take that.
Yeah.
Specifics are key. And I bet the AI features from RoleCatcher could really come in handy here.
You bet. The AI can analyze your responses and suggest ways to make them even more impactful. It can also help you identify any gaps in your knowledge and suggest resources for learning more about specific technologies.
That's amazing. It's like having a personalized tech advisor right at your fingertips. Now, what should you avoid saying when answering this question?
Don't be afraid to admit if you're not familiar with a particular technology, but show a willingness to learn and adapt. The camping industry is constantly evolving, and you need to demonstrate that you can keep up with the latest trends.
Okay.
You can say something like, I'm always eager to learn new technologies, and I'm confident in my ability to quickly adapt to new systems. I'm particularly interested in exploring how, and then mention a specific technology can be used to enhance the camper experience.
That's a great way to spin it. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today. 10 interview questions down, and I'm feeling much more confident about tackling a camping grain manager interview.
Me too.
Oh,
And remember, we've only scratched the surface of what RoleCatcher has to offer. Their career guide section provides a wealth of information on the skills, qualifications, and career paths associated with this role.
yeah.
I highly recommend diving deeper into those resources to really round out your preparation.
I'm definitely going to do that.
Yeah.
But for now, I think we need a quick break to process all this amazing information. We'll be back for our final segment where we'll wrap up this deep dive with some key takeaways and some final inspiration to send you on your way to landing that dream job.
Yeah, it's like a plan.
Okay, we are back for the final part of our deep dive into becoming a camping ground manager. We've covered so much ground from those 10 tricky interview questions to exploring those AI features RoleCatcher has to offer.
It has been a journey.
It has. You know, thinking back on all of those questions, it strikes me that they're really looking for a specific type of person. It's not just about checking off the boxes of qualifications and experience.
Yeah, that's a great observation. What's really interesting is that they're searching for someone who embodies this unique blend of leadership practicality and genuine enthusiasm for creating that memorable experience for campers.
Exactly. Remember that question about implementing a new program?
Yeah.
It's not just about having a good idea. It's about having the passion and the drive to make it a reality.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's about going above and beyond, whether it's creating a unique nature trail, organizing a stargazing night, or simply just going the extra mile to make a camper's day.
I think that's what really resonated with me throughout this whole deep dive. It's that sense of purpose, that desire to make a positive impact on people's lives through, a shared love for the outdoors.
And that passion is contagious.
Yeah.
It's what will set you apart in those interviews and make you stand out as the ideal candidate.
So as you prepare for those interviews, remember to let your authentic self shine through. Share your experiences, your ideas, and your genuine enthusiasm for this incredible career path.
Absolutely. And don't forget, RoleCatcher is your ultimate companion on this journey. Their resources and AI tools are invaluable for refining your answers, building confidence, and navigating the hiring process with ease.
Well said. I'm feeling so inspired after this deep dive, and I hope our listeners are too. Remember, this is more than just a job. It's a chance to combine your passion for the outdoors with your leadership skills and your desire to create lasting memories for others.
So go out there, embrace the challenge, and make those camping dreams a reality.
And one final thought to leave you with: how will you use your unique talents and passions to create a truly exceptional camping experience? Think about it, and good luck on your journey.